given that you're an entrepreneurial group, I thought I'd broach a completely new talk on you, which might be of disproportionate interest. And I'm going to talk about disruptive technology, but I'm going to use a slightly different behavioural science-informed vocabulary to describe it. So I think what we notice is you have a lot of phrases like food tech, and you have phrases like fintech and health tech, and all of those industries are seeking to disrupt a single sector of the economy. And I think they may be using both technology and their understanding of human behaviour a bit too narrowly. I think what really matters in innovation is technologies that are so big they disrupt a whole concatenation of connected industries at the same time. The electric car is not only disrupting the car industry, it's going to be very disruptive to the oil and energy industry, for example. And I think there are new categories we need to be inventing here, things like geotech. A friend of mine suggests I call this surf tech. This is any technology which would include everything from video conferencing to a motorhome, which frees you from the extractive power of landlords. More and more economic activity is concentrated into smaller and smaller, more densely populated places, which causes the landowners to be able to extract a disproportionate proportion of the value that's created in those places, simply because you're overly dependent on location for the value you create. Everything from Zoom to arguably motorhomes to a bunch of other technologies will ultimately help to disrupt this. But I think the biggest tech of all, which hasn't got a name of its own, is psych tech or behavioural tech. Technology which essentially presents information in a completely different way, which enables people to make entirely new, different and original and more satisfying choices than they made before. So I suppose what I'll be talking to you about is, first of all, how to look a bit broader in terms of industries and sectors that you want to shake up. But secondly, to understand that at the root of this all is effectively behavioural change. There is no real innovation unless you get people to change their behaviour. And the best and most efficient way to do that is to start with the human and work towards technology, rather than, as we do so often now, doing it the other way around.